All right, so let's talk about partnerships, what that looks like for me and what that most importantly looks like for you. In the Turo game, scaling comes along with its challenges. I'm sure most of you, as I did, got into this program just kind of on a trial basis, right? You put on a car or two, you tried it out, saw that you could make some money, or saw you couldn't make any money. But if you're watching this video, you probably are somewhat successful or super successful with one or two cars or a few cars. Now you're wondering, how do I get more cars? And I'm only going to share with what we did and what I've done in the past, and that's by partnering up with people with other vehicles, and partner up for people who may just want to use their credit profile to be able to attain another car, right? And for me, I got to that point when it was seven cars under my credit profile, and I couldn't get any more, or at least I didn't try. The opportunity came up with my brother first, and he said, well, you know what? It seems like this is something that you're making money on. How do I get in? And he didn't have the best credit, so I told him exactly what happened with me. I had a 580 credit score, and that's exactly why I kind of continued on with this business. I went off and was able to get a car under my name. It was a Mini Cooper. And that Mini Cooper, man, I paid 23.99%, something crazy. I paid $15,000 or $16,000 for a 2013. I believe it was 2 or 3 years old. Picked it up from CarMax. I knew of ways to be able to get a loan, or get approved. I went to a website that a friend told me about, and I'll link it down below on where to, what to type in and how to get approved. And with my 580 credit score, they approved me for $16,000 and $200 down. And so that was perfect for what I was looking for. I was looking for a Mini Cooper. I was looking for a convertible. I live here right in neighboring Orange or Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, Dana Point. So it was a no-brainer. I saw how well they were doing. I had a Jeep Wrangler, or no, I forgot what kind of car we had. We had a few cars on there, but that was basically it. I got my start with fixing my credit from 580 in a matter of, I think, 6 months. My credit score just jumped. So I didn't have really anything crazy. I just didn't have anything positive. And so I used my credit, and that could have been a big issue as well too, of why it wasn't something that was at least at a decent 650, 680 like most people with average credit. And I didn't even know if that was average credit. I guess it all really depends. And so I got that car, raised my credit score, and I went off to the races. So got 7 cars into my credit profile. And I've showed other people how to do it as well too. And I can definitely share with you in another video, maybe multiple videos, on exactly how that went down. But as a partner, it's a great situation when you have specific cars. And I will say right now, currently in the market in 2021, it's almost April here, and I'd only do it with a few cars. One, I'd do it with a Vanderhall Venice because no one else can list it. I would do it with a Corvette C8 2020, 2021, someone who got into it but maybe it's just sitting there, or you need to get out of it, or you want to make some extra money and you see Turo and you know that they're going to go public this year, or you've heard news about it. It's getting more popular as it speaks, and as it looks like with the pandemic kind of coming to an end here, things opening up, it's an amazing time. So you want to take advantage of that. Well, partnership works real easy. As a host on the current plan that we choose for most of our cars, if not all the cars that I have on the platform, I'm on a 70-30, right? And out of a 70-30, as a host, I hold 70, and I'm willing to work out deals with other C8 owners or other owners of vehicles to where we could split it 50-50. You bring in the asset and or liability, however you want to look at it, and we'll put in the work. Will you leverage out the profile? I got multiple profiles that I use. Mine included is a new one, but you know, if it was going to be a C8, I might put that. It could go on any profile, to be honest with you. But if I was going to do a Vanderhaal or something that can only be posted or listed by a super or power host, then I have that account as well too. And we would just work out a deal where it worked out real nice. Now, your car would have to be available where it was in my possession 24/7. At that point, it's not a car that you're using and you're putting on rental for a little bit. We are absolutely using it to make money, and it's available all the time. The reason why that is because these cars are last minute bookings. I charge a premium. I'm not on the cheaper side. I'm not on the lower end. And these cars go out because people are not looking more at price. They're looking more at convenience, and it's almost an impulse buy in some sense, right? It was 6 years that went out at 11:30 on Turo Go. If you have a BMW, that's pretty cool. I love brand new BMWs. They go on Turo Go. They rank real high. But ultimately, right now, as it speaks, a no-brainer on a 50-50 deal where you provide the vehicle or you provide the opportunity to be able to buy a vehicle like the C8, or I'm sorry, it has to be the C8, 2020, 2021, as long as that there is no, I believe there's some recalls on the car. When there's recalls, you definitely cannot list on the platform. And so that could limit that as well, but definitely an advantage for us. This is a 2020 C8 Corvette convertible. I'm not looking at for a car that's not convertible. If we are, I would definitely, I would still might be interested, but we would definitely have to talk about the strategy on what that looks like to make sure that that works. And so connect with me. If you got questions, that's where it starts. I'm definitely open and sharing off any information. Even if you're looking at just joining the market and you have questions, shoot them below, because I don't expect you to just hand me the keys to your Corvette and say, here you go. So let's start off with a conversation. Let's get into dialogue. And if there's any other things that you want to specifically talk about, let's go over it on a video.